How is he finding all these things? Oh, we're back at Jabba's palace? Oh, this must be the Bacta scene. Oh, okay, Camino. Interesting. Oh, dude, that is nasty. Ugh. Ugh. Well, I didn't think we were gonna get, like, such a quick look into the Sarlacc pit already. Damn. These Jawas are really scummy, huh?
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Oh, the makeup on him is amazing. Look at it. Ew, what is that? Sheesh, this must really be like Boba Fett's lowest point ever. Damn. Stranger in a strange land. Oh. I don't think I've ever seen a kid Tusken before. Damn, these kids are scummy as well.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
There's a Rodian there. What's wrong with this Rodian? What the heck? Run, Boba, run! No. I don't know if it's me, but these Tuskens look kinda different to our, like, normal Tuskens. Ooh. Ooh! Come on, Boba, pick it up. Yeah, he's probably weak from the Sarlacc pit, so...
Suspended.
Ah, the Polynesian spa.
Oh, okay.
Did you catch any of that?
Something about friendship.
We really need a protocol droid.
Yeah.
By you, Dr. Rossi.
Mos Espa, okay. So we're not in Mos Eisley.
Major Domo, actually.
Extend my greetings and appreciation of the mayor's tribute.
So you bring no tribute?
The mayor's heartfelt welcome, and regrets that he's been drawn away by pressing matters, milady.
He wants you to pay him.
I'm the crime lord. He's supposed to pay me.
Wait a minute. How did this happen? We're smarter than this.
Apparently not.
Shall we go? Lord Fett offers the gift of your leave unmolested.
Apologies and appreciation.
I can't believe that dude's not
I would
dead.
not be surprised if you receive another delegation in the near future.
Fact. Their tortured squeals will send a piercing message.
I do not torture.
You must accept if you are to be accepted as a...
The torture droid's unhappy. So we're in Mos Espa, not Mos Eisley. Okay.
Things would go a lot smoother if you accepted their ways.
Well, this looks a whole lot nicer than Mos Eisley Cantina.
Looks like business is good. Would you like your helmet serviced and cleaned while you wait for Madame Garson?
No.
Sure. Here, take both of those. Things will go a lot smoother if you accept their ways. Business will continue to thrive.
And thank you for the gracious introduction. It's yours now. Huh. Yours looks shinier than mine.
That's convenient.
I intend to rule with respect.
Where are the Gamorreans? Wait a minute.
If I may.
Oh, there goes the coins. Oh, there they are. I was gonna say, they kind of disappeared for a second. Ooh. Ooh. Talk about overkill. Holy shit.
Get me to the backup part.
Sounds like he's not fully recovered from whatever his injuries are. Man, some hardcore parkour right there. Sweet. That was ruthless. Oh, that's not good.
What do you want me to do? No hard feelings, mate.
How is he finding all these things? Hey yo, this kid is scummy.
Scum and villainy.
I could also strangle you with this ankle chain and... Oh, that you understand, huh?
Oh? Oh, Jesus. What is that? Dragon snake? In the desert? Oh no, that's something else. What in the world is that? Oh! That's gotta hurt. Damn. Damn. My man's getting some clout after that. Wow, that's a very interesting start to the show. Now, what's super interesting, it's like it's sort of it gives off this really like old Western vibe. Like it's the Wild Wild West mixed in with a little bit of like sort of this Game of Thrones, Godfather sort of vibe. I also found it interesting how they used the word daimyo to describe Boba Fett. That was new. I wasn't sure why that is the case. Crime lord, crime boss kind of makes sense. A daimyo, Well, I suppose it's sort of like a lord, right? Like a daimyo, and then he has a sort of vassals, and then, yeah, I guess I could see how that would work. Interestingly enough, I thought the Tusken Raiders looked kinda different. Like, the normal Tusken Raiders that we saw in The Mandalorian definitely didn't look like that. These guys are dressed a little bit like, they have a darker shade of clothing. It's probably because it's a different tribe and so on and so forth, but it's just really interesting to see how different it looks. So it's pretty clear that Boba Fett's first like adversary is going to be the mayor. I'm pretty sure that's who hired, like, the mayor hired those kind of like red assassin ninja looking guys, because that's pretty much what was more or less shown in the trailer. And then Jessica Biel's character, the Twi'lek, Madam something, I forgot her name. Madam, hold on, let me check. Madam Garza? I think her character is, like, on the surface, it seems like she's one of the more compliant, vassals, or compliant, compliant subjects, but I don't think she is. I don't think that's, you know, she's all that she seems to be. I think there's a little bit more going on underneath. It will be very interesting to see what role she plays in the future, because I'm pretty sure she's a lot more influential and powerful than we perceive her to be. The parkour scene was pretty good, I have to say. It really showcases Fennec Shan's like athletic ability as well. Oh, and the fight scene. Right, the fight scene kinda... At first I was kinda surprised at how weak Boba Fett was, or why he didn't even use his jetpack in that situation to get out of the enclosure. But it seems to me as though he hasn't really recovered from his wounds after climbing out of the Sarlacc pit. Like, he still has to go through these sort of regular bacta baths in order to keep going, in order to recover. And it sort of reminds me of how Vader would have to take these really regular bacta baths in order to mitigate the pain that he was feeling and to sort of keep his broken body sort of going on, really. In terms of plot, I would say that there isn't that much going on. Most of the episode is sort of spent giving you the backstory of how he escaped the Sarlacc pit and what happened to him immediately after. I think that's really the main focus and point of this entire show, or at least this entire episode. I also wasn't expecting that monster to appear. What was his name? Sand creature. It's just called Sand creature. I have no idea what it is. I'm gonna have to look that up. When the Rodian started to brush past the sand, I really thought that it was a crate dragon or some other alien creature. I wasn't really expecting this four-legged monstrosity or six-legged monstrosity. So it'll be interesting to see how, like, the fact that Boba Fett was able to kill this monster, what does this mean in terms of his, I guess, his street cred with the Tuskens. Like, it's quite clear that after this, they sort of accepted him, or to some extent sort of acknowledged him, after they gave him that, like, water thing. It'll be interesting to see what this means for him, and maybe they'll be, like, potential future allies in the future. But yeah, overall, I have to say, it's a pretty decent start to this series. It's got a lot of things going on for it, and it's quite clear that politics is going to be a big part of it, especially during the interaction between the Major Domo and Boba Fett. That's going to be interesting to watch. It's not clear if the mayor is going to be the main villain or the main antagonist of this show, because it is pretty early on, and usually with The Mandalorian, as you know, it's sort of like it leads on. Like, there's a primary sort of first few episodes where they have one antagonist, and then after that, you know, have a bigger villain in the background, sort of waiting halfway through the season. But this is like 7 episodes, so maybe they don't actually have that much time to introduce that many characters. So we'll have to see. But yeah, really cool. Yeah, it remains to be seen how sort of Boba Fett recovers from this. Like, the fact that he isn't able to fight that well, and the fact that he has to sort of constantly take these, like, bacta baths it's pretty telling of what might happen in the future. Like, if he isn't able to recover or able to sort of get back his previous self, he might need to rely on his other sort of goons to sort of do the heavy lifting for him. What's also interesting is that when we start off the episode, we start off with like flashbacks to not when he is in the Sarlacc pit, but actually during the era of the Clone Wars. Like, we see a scene in Kamino which is clearly most likely probably the time where he was still with his father Jango Fett, and he's probably, I think this is the part where they sort of meet Obi-Wan. That's sort of followed on by him picking up the helmet on this, was it on Geonosis? So it's pretty interesting to see how they're linking back that far into the sort of backstory of Boba Fett. And I think what this might suggest is that we're gonna get some figures from his history. Like, it isn't just going to be about him trying to claim Jabba's empire. There's gonna be a little bit of old faces, I think, that we're gonna see. So, you know, Mace Windu, question mark, who knows? Other than maybe trying to reintroduce or trying to familiarize audiences with this character, I don't see a lot of point in having flashbacks go back that far. So I'm pretty certain that we're gonna see some old faces return as the season continues. And we also get to see these massives, these little dog-like creatures. They were first introduced during the Mandalorian. Oh, and it's also interesting to see how Boba Fett is trying to do things a little differently to how the Hutts or other crime bosses would do it. Fennec Shan sort of mentioning to him that he's supposed to be walking, well, he isn't supposed to be walking, he's supposed to be sitting on this litter, just like how all the other crime bosses, but instead he chooses to walk because, you know, he's Boba Fett. And I think it's gonna play in, I think it's gonna make life really difficult for what Boba Fett is trying to achieve, because there's clearly some local custom or local culture that needs to be observed. Otherwise, you're not gonna get that sort of respect from your vassals. But it's quite clear that Boba Fett wants to do his things his own way. So it remains to be seen how this will play out. Oh, what I also found really interesting is that when they were attacked by those ninjas on the streets of Mos Espa, they weren't exactly trying to kill him. Those sticks, those electric sticks, and then they were just trying to sort of subdue him, not to mention with those power shields. Because if I imagine that if they were really trying to kill Boba Fett and Fennec Shan, it's quite clear that they get hit like multiple times, but it's just, you know, like they just sort of get stunned, and then that's really about it. Oh, and the scene where like Boba Fett uses his wrist rockets for that one poor guy, that was really unfortunate for him. Oh, we also get a scene where we saw the swoop gangs. That was interesting as well. I believe those are the Nikto swoop gangs that we saw in the trailer. So it'll be interesting to see how they play into the entire show, because we know in the trailer that Boba Fett, before he sort of gets that back to dip, that sort of gets his skin color back essentially, he does encounter the swoop gangs at some point. And he does battle them inside one of those Tatooine huts or houses that we see. You know, I think it'd be pretty cool to get that. It's probably going to happen in the next episode as we sort of get more flashbacks to what happened to him in his sort of post Sarlacc pit life. Great episode. I loved it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. So that's all for the watch party today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I will see you guys in the breakdown video or the reaction video, whichever one comes first. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you hopefully real soon.